3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Ball Talk.
I'm ready to go. You see me
Little notes.
Champion. I'm doing it.
You said you
We
made this?
doing it.
Yeah.
This is
He's
nice.
doing
Yeah,
it.
pretty good.
We champions. I'm doing it. We doing it. He's doing it. We champions.
Jam
Man, I
out
block
to this
won't
for
shine
some free
forever.
or
No
something.
longer
Why not?
you here, but I'm here forever. Smoke out lungs and letters. Motherfuckers better get it together.
What's going on, Jeff Weber? Yeah, we're a little late. I planned on starting at 7:30, but we had to go pay rent and deposit stuff like adults. My landlord decided he would jump in right at 7:30 to come collect his rent, so that's all right. He's a sweet man.
He just
I like
wants
him.
his money.
He just wants his dough, that's all. So, what do we got today? We are going to recap yesterday's game. What's up, Jess Meredith? We're going to recap yesterday's game, which was a hell of a game, I thought. And what else do you want to touch on? You had a couple of subjects as well.
I got a lot to talk about specifically on the game yesterday. Maybe some just general team info about preseason and how not to relate that to necessarily your team's success in the real season and get all, downward on your team as a fan or whatnot.
So we're doing a preseason episode then?
I like it.
All right, sounds good. Can you hear me on your end?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Sound
cool,
good.
cool. What's up, Cody? You at work? I don't think so. I was just over there. I don't think I seen you. All right, so yesterday, first thing I noticed was Joe Flacco and RG3 don't give a fuck about Lamar Jackson.
You know, it's funny you say that because me and you were talking during the game.
Yeah.
And you shot me a quick text, and I seen that at the same time and thought that was pretty funny too. And if you looked over on the opposite sideline, Mitchell Trubisky was actually really, really excited to see his little, undermine there and doing good. Even when he was making mistakes, he didn't laugh it off and kind of make fun of him. And Joe Flacco being a veteran and Robert Griffin III, trying to make a come up out of his, comeback season to say you'd think
Right.
that he'd be a little more promotional to his guys in his own team that he's on now,
Right, well, he just knows that him and Flacco both know that if, Lamar makes a fucking statement that he's taking a job, and so fucking if he throws an interception, that's less likely a chance he's gonna throw it or take their job. But guess what? RG3
Joe's on his way out, dude.
fucking Joe's on his way out, and RG3 is not gonna be making a fucking team. What's up, Kenzie? Fucking, it's just not gonna. His comeback isn't gonna be a real fucking thing.
Nah, after watching it last night, everyone was comparing some stats, and he threw technically a little better, you could say.
He
than
looked
Lamar.
alright, but he was facing like a second string defense.
And that's what I'm saying. And his numbers for a second string defense as a veteran quarterback were nothing to be, oh my God, look at this guy coming
Right.
back. Not at all. It was more like, oh, really? That's what you're going to put up after being gone for so long, looking to do something prosperous? Man, come on.
Should have stuck with the Olympics.
I know, seriously.
Didn't see the game. Tell me everything I need to know, boys. All right, cool.
Another thing with RG3, I know you shot me another text there. He's pretty risky still in his old career
I
here,
thought-
man. Taking some dives.
Dude,
What's
I
up
thought
with
when he
that?
dove for that first down, he went for it was a 3rd and 3,
Yeah.
and he stretched out for that extra 3 yards.
I
Dude,
thought he was getting cranked.
They went right at his leg. I'm like, oh, this ended quick, and fucking no, he made it.
Yeah,
And he
that's
looked
good.
all right. He actually looked healthy as fuck. I couldn't believe it. He's wearing a do-rag and shit.
Yep.
That's important information.
On the opposite end of that, another running back there that we're going to be talking a lot about tonight, Lamar Jackson, man, not only a deadly threat in the
Quarterback.
air. Right, my bad. Not only a deadly threat in the air and on the ground, but I'd like to say I've seen something out of him that I haven't seen but one other quarterback in the NFL, and that's Cam Newton. He's a pretty tough runner for his stature.
Very tough.
Very tough. He was taking hits, acting kind of playing possum with the defense a little bit. I was pretty pumped about that.
What's up, Pearson? What's up, Sandy? Thank you for joining. If you're just joining us, we're recapping last night's game. Another thing that Lamar Jackson, that's the Ravens' rookie quarterback, that he did, if you notice, a lot of scrambling quarterbacks don't do this. He was stepping up. He was actually the only quarterback last night really doing it, actually stepping up into the pocket and making passes. You saw like Bray and Charles Daniel, or whatever his name is, on the Bears. They were like running out of the pocket as soon as it looked like a hint of it was collapsing.
Yep.
They weren't stepping up. He was actually looking comfortable and stepping in the pocket.
Even under pressure.
Yeah.
Even.
And he wasn't just like taking the ball and running every time like everyone thought. But when he did, man, he ran hard and he looked like a running back.
He was
out
eating
there.
hits, man. Really,
Yeah.
for a quarterback, that's not something a lot of coaches could thrive and think. I don't want my lead star there on my offense doing something like that that's supposed to lead the team. But I mean, he's out there putting in work already at a young age. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited to see this season for him.
I know, dude. I wanted to slap fucking Joe Flacco right in the face. when I
Yeah,
saw him
dude,
laughing
he's
like that.
ridiculous. As a veteran quarterback, that's completely uncalled for. If I was a coach, I'd have reprimanded him myself
Yeah.
by now and publicized it and everything. That's pretty
RG3, I
ridiculous.
can understand a little bit, like being like, oh, okay, cool, like I'm winning this competition. But Joe Flacco's the starter. He's the veteran face there. He's the captain. The fuck you smiling when your rookie fucking throws an interception? Like, that's... I can understand if you're on the sidelines with him and you're like, oh, man, it's all right. Not when he's on the field and you see him do it and right away you're like, yeah. And no one fucking talks about it. The announcers didn't say
Yep.
shit about it.
Nope.
Fucking...
Didn't even come across anyone's mind but ours, it looked
Yeah,
like.
I was like, dude, come on, this is bullshit. Fucking... Wow, your fucking rookie might take your job. It happens all the time.
I think Lamar threw, I can't remember if he ended up throwing a second pick that game or not, but I know the one that I did watch and take into account was, what is the guy's name here? I got it down here in my notes. He threw a pick. I wanted to touch on Graham. Don't know the first name. Haven't been following him on the Bears. For a rookie cornerback, man, he's got some awareness and some play recognition that
is
not
that
a lot of
the
cornerbacks-
one-on-one interception?
Yes.
Dude, I know he
Not
was
a lot
all
of
over that
cornerbacks have that.
motherfucker.
Typically you just see some speed backs and whatnot nowadays. You're not really seeing your awareness captive D-backs, kind of like, Patrick Peterson or in his prime Richard Sherman or guys like that. I think that was actually a really good read and play rec on his part. I didn't really want to take that away from Lamar, honestly.
He was all alone over in that side of the field, so Lamar figured he would have a one-on-one shot with this guy. And that dude fucking seemed like he was a big, hard-hitting fucking corner, as well as, like you said, he can jump the route very well. So he's definitely going to be someone to watch. His last name's Graham, you said?
Yeah, I didn't catch a first name there, but I did make
Let's
sure I
look
wrote
into it.
something
I'm
down.
sure he'll make the team, even if it's special teams. Like I said, you didn't get a lot of look at the first-string players. It was mostly, second to third. Low-scoring game. What did it end up being? Was it 16-7? Did it end up being?
Something like that.
And then, because I didn't watch the very end, I ended up
Oh,
leaving.
that's good then. Perfect. I actually missed the first half and
Yeah, I
watched
caught-
the whole back half. So
Okay, that's
Perfect.
Excellent. I watched until about 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and then I pieced out.
gotcha.
But it was a good game. There's a lot of fucking fumbles, man. Like ridiculous fumbles.
Yeah.
Like, fumbles that went flying, fucking like.
And
10
another thing to
10
touch on
yards
with
and
that,
shit.
man, just one more, shout out to Lamar. He was getting hit in the pocket when his offensive line really wasn't doing all that good. And I know they're rookies and whatnot, trying to, protect them and prove a point, and they're probably all nervous and, got loose water in their fucking boots or whatever they're doing down there. But they didn't do too good a job of protecting him. And he had to eat some hits that I thought definitely were going to make some people question his playing style.
For sure.
Honestly.
See what else we got. What's up, Ben Clark? Thanks for joining, brother.
And
People have
on
not
that-
gotten a hold of me about you yet.
On that, he didn't really crumble too much under pressure last night either. You got to look at
No.
that as a rookie. He kind of showed a mental mind state that's definitely NFL ready as far as physicality and play style. We'll only see more to come.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So it was 17-6, or no? Was it 16-7?
It was 16-7, I believe.
Ravens, right?
Yes.
And then yeah, the Bears. I mean, I like their coach. I like his style, but he just had some pussy ass quarterbacks play last night. Like I said, as soon as the pocket looked like it was collapsing, they were the fuck out of there. They were not about to get hit. So I don't know. Maybe that's just because it's preseason, and like I said before, preseason is like cake. It's good to you want it. It's it's fucking tasty. It's good to have. But if you have too much of it, you're gonna get sick. So don't read too much into it. If the Bears are your team, or if the Ravens are your team, or watching your team this preseason, if they're they're shitty. We're obviously mostly Bills fans on this part. So if they do bad, don't read too much into it. It's just a preseason. They're gonna be putting them in scenarios where they're going to be going for it on 4th and fucking 20 just to see what the team can do. Because
Yeah, you
it's
got to
like
remember,
preseason.
coaches are trying to make these players, basically crumble under pressure and see, what their skill and what their mental mind state offers to the team as a team player, not just selfish attitude, look at me, I'm here for a job type thing. They're looking for more than that nowadays in the NFL, and I think we seen
Very
a little
true.
bit of that last night with Lamar. I mean, listening
Man,
in.
you got a boner for Lamar.
Dude, he's a great quarterback. I followed him in college, really hardcore. I don't know, I'm not.
Anyone
really a big
notice his
stats guy,
Ray
but-
Rice jersey? Isn't that hilarious?
Baltimore Ravens fan. Don't worry about the whole, Ray Rice.
He said he
thing.
had it before
I
Ray
did.
Rice beat up his wife.
Yeah, before he actually beat up his wife, I did have this. So back when, I wanted to touch on that.
That's
We'll get
why
to that
worth
later.
money now. Fucking
Yeah,
some people.
Probably. Real authentic jersey too. So.
Yeah, I mean they probably stopped making them after they're like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're
Ooh,
probably
so
propaganda galore.
You probably can't fucking find those anymore at all.
Lamar last night though was able to fit some tight windows that
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about with coverage, and with that I touched on
I know,
the
and fucking RG3 is gonna be washing windows soon.
Yeah.
Didn't.
It is ridiculous.
Sorry.
He's got a quick. Actually, I want to take that back. A slower whip release style Lamar does of his throwing of the ball. The announcers commented on it a lot last night.
Yeah,
I even
he's about
shocked
a
you.
tenth of a second shorter
Yeah.
or slower than
The
average
top
NFL.
tier, yep, top tier quarterbacks. But
He'll get
they
it down.
said that his throwing style itself was different, and if you really watch
Quick
him,
twitch.
yeah,
right? Is that
yeah,
what they called it?
calling it the quick twitch whip release was exactly word for word what the announcer called it last night.
It's all on the wrist,
Yeah,
and that fucker could
so-
gun it.
Yeah,
So yeah, a lot like Mike Vick. He looks like a ton, just like Mike Vick actually. Hopefully he doesn't go down his road, but
right.
we've forgiven Michael Vick. We all love him.
Off note, his play awareness and whatnot was pretty good. I thought. He threw a deflected pass. Actually, I don't know if you've seen it. I think it was mid third quarter, right at one of the D tackles, and he actually chased the ball down himself and went to go recover it, but the ref blew it dead. Not a lot of quarterbacks nowadays. Maybe he's
Mariota
just,
pulled that off last year, didn't
yeah,
he?
yeah, but Mariota's the same play style type. He's still kind of a newer.
actually ran that in
quarterback
for a
the most thing.
touchdown.
Yeah, it was
Bounced
like a
off the
40-something
defensive tackle and-
40-something yard run. I think 42 yards to be exact.
That's true. Ben is in Bears country, and he is a Packers fan. What's up, Chris Moore? Fucking yeah, he's like, I'm in Bear country. Everyone hates me here. Yeah, he's a Packers fan. That's gonna happen. I'm a Dolphins fan in Buffalo, buddy. I feel you. So I don't feel
Squish
bad
the
for
fish.
it. Squish the fish. What the fuck are you, 70? It's a porpoise. That thing. Or whatever. Or mammal. I don't know. It is bike night tonight in Wilson. That's who we're competing with. So thank you for not being at bike night. And if you are, we just got actually some feed from there. So it sounds like it's a good time.
Excuse me! Hey, asshole! You guys know that everyone thinks you're total fags, right?
What did you say?
When people like you drive down the streets with your unnecessarily loud motorcycles thinking you're all cool, everyone is actually laughing at you and calling you pathetic faggots. You do realize this, right?
Oh shit, this is at bike night?
Hey, man, we roll how we roll, and if people are annoyed or intimidated by it, that's too bad for them. Yeah!
You're sure this is
No,
coming from
nobody's intimidated,
residents
actually.
inside Wilson?
Everyone realizes that people who
Oh
are
my
so
God.
needy for attention, they need to dress up and be as loud as possible, are you guys and 16-year-old girls. Just want to let you know, you're fucking fags.
God damn.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Well, bike night's a success as usual, so
At least they didn't get rained out this year.
yeah, that's good. I mean, fucking, I'm avoiding bikes. Yeah, because you crashed a moped, Ray. Ray Gaffney broke his leg on a fucking moped. Fucking. I love you, Ray.
How do you even manage to do that?
I don't
Come
know.
on.
Tell the story, Ray. If you want to call in 255-7752, I would love to hear the
Yeah,
story.
I gotta hear that one.
255-7752. I'll throw the number in there. Fucking, Ray, if you want to call in and tell us the story of how the fuck you pulled that one off. I heard it was a moped. Defend yourself if it wasn't. But yeah, it's classic. Obviously, that wasn't really from bike night. That was apart from South Park. So, but yeah. Trisha, stop watching the shows. We say stuff like fucking cunt and stuff. All right? You're Tiffany's little sister. You're too young. I've known her since she was like fucking 4 and 5 and shit. I used to date her sister way back in the day. So like I knew her that like 10 years ago.
Wow.
And now she's like getting older and stuff.
Baby.
Yeah, and I don't like it. Stop growing up. Ryan Phillips, what's up, man? 400 pounds going 50 miles per hour. 400 pounds. Who the fuck was it? Was it you and your girlfriend fucking on there or something? Like, how is it 400 pounds? Are you guys a combined weight of 400 pounds? You guys aren't that big. God damn. Who was on there with you? Fucking Steve Yorson? Who the fuck was that?
Oh,
I'm just kidding, Steve. I love you. Let me turn that down. You think I'd be professional? Got an update on the Mets score if anyone cares. 1-1 after the third inning in Atlanta.
They're playing Atlanta?
Zach Berger, what's going on? Yeah, the Atlanta Braves. Yeah,
I went down
1-1.
there and got to see them once with one of the buddies of mine. We went down on vacation. That was pretty cool.
Did you know TBS was based out of Atlanta?
No, come on.
My dad, that's why they play the fucking games, and I never wondered that. My dad's like, yeah, he's like, there was like 7 channels when I was a kid, and he's like, what was the one out of Atlanta? I can't remember. He's like, it's like a big name now. And I'm like trying to help him. I'm like, I don't know, was it like a local news? What he's like, oh, TBS. I'm like, the fucking
Wow.
Tyler Perry network? Fucking,
right,
like,
dude. What? Wow.
with like the bike weighs that, dude. I was gonna say, motherfucker, like, goddamn. Okay. The bike weighs 400 pounds?
A moped?
I thought it was a moped.
It couldn't have been a moped at 450. I can pick those up, dude.
At 50 miles per hour? Yeah, I don't think a moped goes 50 miles per hour. Someone told me this story wrong then. You gotta defend yourself, fucking Ray. Give it a call. What's up, Josh Boyd? How you doing? What's up, Alexandra? Cerdo. I don't know. I think it's the only way you can say her name. But, yeah. So, what else about the game? Anything else you noticed?
Baltimore running game was looking pretty strong from back in the day before the propaganda and everything that happened there with Ray Rice. They haven't had a strong running game in a very long time, I felt personally, and I'm Baltimore's is my second favorite team in my heart, right behind Buffalo. Long live the Pride. I don't know. I liked it. I even wrote it down right here. 13 minutes on the dot. I forgot the young man's name running the ball. Absolutely just demolished. I'm talking physical running back.
Yeah, I
right
see that in
through,
your notes
open.
here.
It was amazing. It was amazing. If I could even pull up and look at it or something. Oh, that was...
I got you right here. You said, yeah, right at 13.
We're around
Excuse
13
me.
minutes in the fourth quarter is what
Yeah,
it
he
was. I
trucking
remember.
at the line.
Yeah. It was,
And then you talk about their defense is not explosive but safe. I mean,
I could expand on that a lot.
I mean,
honestly.
yeah, they're. I think it's that job security thing. You're looking at second strings and third strings playing right now, so
Yeah.
like, they're. I don't know if they're looking to make big plays, except for the Bears, dude. The Bears were fucking blitzing nonstop.
Yeah.
They're like, Lamar, you think you can fucking run? Because he did that one big gain on him, where they played man-to-man defense, and he saw it and he took advantage of it. So after that, they're like, fucking blitz, and they blitzed the shit out of him,
Oh,
dude.
yep, the whole rest of the game there that he was in, from what I saw. What I meant by that was basically I haven't seen something like that and as good of a technique and technical sound defense since the combo we talked about last night with Ed Reed and Ray Lewis. They seem to really, between the secondary there and the linebacker core, even at second and third strings, young guys trying to secure a job spot, even if it's just as backups for the roster, they did pretty good last night. I wanted to think about truly, as coming up from college and trying to prove to
Oh
themselves.
shit! They held him down to one fucking score.
That's what I'm
so.
saying, and they weren't really looking, like you said, they weren't looking to make good plays or necessarily that big hit to grab the audience attention. But
They played the Bears. Relax, you fucking prick.
I forgot your.
We gotta
Bears fan.
analyze-
I'm sorry.
No, this is
Oh,
Chris
it's not your same
Sidaro.
thing.
Fucking, what's up, John Harlow? Thanks for joining, brother. Chris is just a dick. I still got Rocky, by the way, the little stone you made me. So it's in my truck. I'll show you. So you know what I'm talking about. He saved me one of his kidney stones, and he. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter anyway. You're not getting the real teams as much as
Right, and that's
it's,
what I
it's
was
just
gonna
second
say.
stringers
No,
as it is.
I'm pumped to see what guys out of that we
He
seen
got
last night.
pissed though. Relax, you fucking prick. You relax. Jesus.
What guys actually come up and secure a spot paired with guys we seen. Eric Weddle on the sidelines was looking pretty excited. C.J. Mosley was looking pumped up to see
Terrell
the new
Suggs.
guys.
I thought he
Yep.
retired, but
Terrell
he's still
Suggs.
there.
Yeah.
But what were you saying? Whose whims and his cockiness and showboating?
Oh, you
what
didn't
was this
catch
about?
that? That was
No.
like the number one target that.
Who is whims?
He was the wideout coming out of college. I forgot where he played. He was a pretty good college athlete. He was the number one target last night for the Bears.
Okay.
I I believe he caught like
Fuck, I didn't get him down in my
around
notes.
5 to 8 passes, and he had like 130 yards last night with a touchdown. I forgot.
God
Sorry that they got
damn.
held down to 1, but he had their 1 touchdown. He got up at one point. It was his first big gain. I think it was like a 28-yard reception, 14 yards after contact or something. He finally got downed, and when he got up, he did that whole showboat thing where he pulls out the spectral bow, releases an arrow at the camera, and no sooner did he even let the arrow animation go in his hand, and the announcers were already cracking down on him. I wanted to make a comment about that. Let the guy be, man. He's having fun. He's playing the game. He's living the dream that he's always wanted to. He worked hard. He's in the NFL. He as far as anyone else that did anything, Baltimore Ravens or the Bears side, he was definitely the number one offensive performer last night, honestly. I'm surprised you didn't see that, Joe. He was really phenomenal. I mean,
I was trying to take notes, and I was doing something else. I was actually playing GameCube.
I think at first I was going to come on the show and actually criticize him a little bit more and be a little more, not derogatory, but a little more aggressive towards him and his playing style, but... really, when I sat down and really looked at the game and whatnot, he was really the number one performer. He was pretty good.
Yeah, the only one that really stood out was the tight end for the Ravens, I thought. Okay, so Ray didn't crash on a moped. It's a smaller motorcycle, but that's a real moped. So what the fuck happened to you, Ray? Goddamn. See, it's not a moped. It's the color of a moped.
Okay,
it's
right.
moped yellow. But
Right. Still a
give
bike.
us a call if you
It's
want to
still a
correct
bike.
us on anything, or if you want to call us faggots. 255-7752 is the number. I fucking bent down too fast. Okay. I almost shit my pants from pain.
On that same note with Wims last night, one thing I wanted to touch on, the Bears' passing attack looked phenomenal compared to what it's been in years.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
were slinging the ball through the air, getting it, spread across the field to different wideouts. They were pretty depth worthy there. It wasn't like they were just targeting Wims, but as I said, he was definitely the number one performer as far as what I could tell for the Bears. He was definitely being targeted. And for those other rookies to kind of look at him already, even just as rookies, and be like, look, this is the guy, this is the guy, this is the guy.
What's up, Kelsey?
I thought
Thank you
that
for
was
joining.
pretty important for something that the coach should take note of.
Yeah, but like Chris, the words of the late, great Chris Sadaro, actually, he's not dead, he's watching now. They were playing the Bears. Relax, you fucking prick.
And it's preseason. It's preseason.
No, it is, and that's what we were trying to say, Chris, if you joined us earlier, that no matter what team you follow this year, don't get too wrapped up in it,
Right.
because it is just fucking
I'm just
preseason.
overanalyzing, really.
And if you
I'm
have,
not, playing favorites.
yeah, it's our
or
fucking
anything,
job.
you
Well,
know?
not really, but it's our hobby.
Right.
Fucking.
I'm not out here playing favorites. I mean, yes, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, but I was just
He's a
probably focused
fucking
in-
wife beater fan. He's
Hey,
straight up. As soon as he
hey,
put
hey,
that jersey
hey.
on, he's like, dude, I love beating women.
No.
He's like, as soon as I put it on, I just feel like fucking. I just,
Ray Rice in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, keep me away from elevators, man.
Gotta love it.
Ray obviously has no balance. Ray. Oh, fucking.
Oh, what a
Oh,
douche.
he doesn't
What a
even know
douche.
him. Doesn't even know him, and he's talking shit. God damn, Chris, you got to come on the show. I missed you, brother. But yeah. So Ray Gaffney broke. Was it both your legs, dude? I think he broke both his legs. He's probably hammered. I know at least saw one dude was like fully casted up, and he's like sticking it out like he's like a fucking. He was showing someone my show at TNR's actually, and he's sticking his leg like way the fuck out, just blocking aisles, and his girl's yelling at him like, "Put your leg down, goddammit!" Just fucking let Ray put his leg where he wants it. So Ray obviously has no balance. I'm gonna give that some love. That's hilarious. But yeah, dude, fucking. Our fucking street reporter, Corey, was supposed to be calling in, but he must have fell the fuck asleep or something. God damn Corey
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
Kaiser.
His notes there. What
I
the
know,
hell,
his notes
man?
were fucking huge, dude.
Yeah, his notes were in it. Fuck, they matched mine. We went through mine just kind of quick. I mean,
I-
they're not all over it. Just,
Still got some more on your
Yeah,
plate there?
off note, I mean, once again, it's preseason. Don't get too developed and
Chris.
ravish in it. But can the Bears get the ball to the quarterbacks on time? It seemed to me last night, even
Yes,
with
you
the
can
rookie,
tell the story. Go ahead and give us a call, 255-7752.
it seemed last night, even to me as rookies, as far as that center went, he was definitely, off key with the quarterback's cadence. He messed up a couple snaps. He caused them a big yardage loss. I think he may or may not have cost himself a job already as far as a head coach's point of view goes, to be honest.
Which one? Are you talking about Matt Nagy, the coach for the
Bears? Yeah, Bears, yes.
You didn't like his style, his...
No, I'm talking about the center. As far as in the eyes of a head coach, he caused one fumble and one big yardage loss.
It wasn't Eric Kush, was it?
I don't think it was Kush.
I like
it was
Kush.
the other guy.
Kush is a good guy. He deserves a spot. He deserves
Kush.
a start,
Kush is a good athlete.
Don't be a coward, Colin, Alex. Got to have more dedicated hosts. They are all lazy like you. All right, Chris, you can go fuck yourself. I'll be Crash, like Ray did. What's up, Shabbai? Good to have you in there, brother. No, we just have different people on, Chris. This show's like a rotating door, and it's good to have different people on because different opinions, man. You know what I mean? Get less dick jokes with some than the others, but I'll sacrifice dick jokes for statistics sometimes. You know what I mean? You got to balance it out. Yeah, Alexandra, call in and tell us a story about Ray breaking his fucking legs. We want to hear it before we go on to our next subject. The number is 255-7752. Don't be scared now, child. Don't be scared.
I feel like I actually already heard part of this story. I know some of the crew
frequent
there.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Sup, brother?
I do frequent Wilson. Well, I used to frequent Wilson. I don't know more.
Well, you play pool down there and shit, right?
Yeah, yep. Represent the Firehouse Tavern. If you guys are down at bike night,
shit.
even though you're down here with us, feel free to stop in. They got a new kitchen set up, new owners with the kitchen and whatnot. Great menu, great food, cheap prices. Go down there and get yourself some grub on bike
Jackmans
night.
don't own that shit no
No,
more?
the Jackmans own the bar. Annie Bob's is the new kitchen inside. It's the Liddell's.
Does he look homeless?
Maybe it's because I'm
Chris
wearing a
is-
Ray Rice jersey. That's
Chris
what
is-
it is. I knew I was going to
ripping
get
into us,
I
man.
knew I
He's
was going to get rap for
Looks
it.
like you hire your local homeless person to do host with you, or to do hosts with you. You
Yikes.
gotta fucking,
Yikes.
you gotta start working on writing, man. You've been in that factory for too long. But congratulations on getting hired, my friend. I'm very proud of you. I can't say where, because we say things like cunt, and if we associate it with the place of work, we can get in trouble. So,
Right. Let's not get our friendly folks in trouble.
Alexandra, call in, goddammit. Call in and tell us how Ray's dumbass broke his fucking legs.
Yeah, I didn't get the details on that story.
I know,
but I
she-
definitely heard that general. I didn't know that it was that Ray.
And I
That's the,
feel the
thing.
girls definitely could tell the story better. 255-7752. Don't be scared now, child. Give us a call. And it'll make me look so cool if a girl calls in.
Always looking for more public ideals from you, Joe.
Try to- Are you trying to do the same? You imitating me?
I grabbed mine first. I don't want to hear it.
Alright, that's fair.
I'll put mine down. There you go.
No, I don't want you to whoop my ass. Like, I'm just looking at the camera like, let's see who's here. Thanks, love you. Yeah, I love you too, brother. You fucking mean little prick. Fucking... I guess Alexandra's not calling in. Fucking pussy. On to the next thing. What else you got for me?
We'll look to furthermore the QB depth chart itself there in Baltimore Ravens. I heard, I didn't get the details. I was reading another story today just because, like you said, kind of been following Lamar myself for a while here, so I know a lot, like to talk about him. I heard that they're looking at somebody else as another option at QB. I was reading a story from
The Ravens?
Ian Rappaport himself somewhere. I forgot what. I don't know if it was ESPN directly or what it was on, but he commented on the post. It wasn't his post itself that he made or anything.
Wait, the Ravens are?
Yes, the Ravens are looking at a new quarterback. What that puts into mind, you touched on it last night. Is Joe Flacco for sure on his way out, and is he and RG3 trade bait? ? And they're looking for a veteran to come in and train Lamar or something of a twist like that. What do you think, Jim?
What was the comment? Like, what was it just that they're looking for new talent?
It was an inside source, I guess, that was unnamed inside the article that was at the training camp or whatnot that was going on with Lamar and everyone, basically before this preseason Hall of Fame game. And he made a comment and made an article last night from an unknown whatever source. And then Ian Rappaport himself made a comment saying, looking forward to the possible changes, #QB something was his hashtag he used. I'll have to try to find it again and forward you the link after the show or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely seen it, though. Early today I was looking, actually, once I found out that we were going to, recap the show again.
Well, I pulled up Corey's notes. He broke it down pretty good for us. So for the Hall of Fame game, he's saying RG3 trying to stay in the backup role, but only hitting seven completions out of 11 attempts with 58 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, not
That's
promising.
That's good if you're going against like an actual second string defense. I don't think there are starters and things of that sort.
Nope.
While he said Lamar Jackson, who threw 8-yard touchdown pass and 2 picks, is just showing growing pains of being a rookie.
See, now that's what I was going to say. Yes, he's definitely, showing growing pains.
And he
of a
controlled the
rookie.
offense real well.
Right,
so.
correct. And you know what? As far as the head coach to quarterback relationship is already shown from what I could see just in that one game, he definitely still put the trust in Lamar when he was on the field to keep running the offense, and he knew that he wasn't going to crumble, like I was saying to you and whatnot.
Right. So, I mean, that about covers it for the game, I think, unless there's any more you want to add. Corey's got some good points here. Since he's not going to be
Yeah, you can share them for sure. One thing I wanted to talk about that I know for a fact, because we all shared notes there, he's going to... Well, go ahead. You go ahead and share Corey's notes, and I'll just converse with you.
Well, he's wondering if Jacksonville still makes the playoffs next year with Blake Bortles at the helm. Blake Bortles,
think so.
Blake Bortles is good. He's got one of the strongest arms I've seen in a while. I mean, outside of Flacco and Allen, obviously, but he's got a fucking big arm. And
Rodgers.
I just think he could throw the ball farther than Rodgers. I just don't think he can put it where it needs to be. Holy fuck! And I saw Eli Manning throw to fucking who's the guy they drafted? Fucking the running back.
Saquon Barkley.
Dude,
that's my boy, dude. I'm trying to get him in DraftKings.
The fucking ball just did this, dude. I was like, Jesus Christ, get him out of there. That David Webb dude looks fucking better.
Yeah.
What's the difference between an NFL player and an elevator? What's that, Chris Moore? You tell us. We just wait.
Elevators always go back up. NFL players might just fall. I don't know. Something of that
That's
nature.
pretty good. I like that.
And
he was also wondering...
Yeah, right here, I bet, is where I'm going to hit the head right on the hammer.
Buffalo Bills fans, would Brandon LaFell be a guy that McDermott would consider adding? I'd fucking hope so. They need whatever they can get.
Yeah, I was going to touch on that with you today before I even, we shared notes and whatnot. I was totally going to talk to you about that. Brandon LaFell, we need to start focusing on, veteran receivers, not just receivers, but veteran offensive weapons to know what they're doing. It seems like we've been kind of taking and picking these older vets that really are actually on their way out, maybe outside of LaShawn. I mean, yes, even he himself, even as a McCoy and a Bills fan, I think he's slowly fading. I would hate to come to terms with saying that, but I believe it's true. We've been getting people like Jerome Felton. Who was that? We got another fullback, I know, before that from some other team in the same year with Jerome. It was ridiculous. I mean, we're just picking up all these older guys that are either on their way out or rookies that don't show too much talent that I don't quite know as a Bills fan where the Bills roster is like really truly heading. Besides this year with the draft picks, I know
ton of holes.
Okay,
but his punchline was, okay, so the joke was, what's the difference between an NFL player and an elevator? An elevator can raise a child. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Good job, buddy. Thanks for that.
Again, I should have... there's an outside linebacker that plays for the Eagles. He grew up...
We really got to start getting names for this.
We do. But I was watching the YouTube documentary right from his life today. Actually, it was like a 20-something minute video. He got cut from Louisville, had a $100,000 full-ride scholarship presented to him, blew it from not maintaining a 4.0, I believe, that he needed in Louisville. A week went by, got contacted by a D2 coach by somewhere out in California. He basically said, do you still want to play football? This linebacker said, well, yeah, I thought I blew my chance, whatever. He ended up playing for California, went to the Falcons from a training camp, got cut from there after losing the Houston Texans, not the Falcons, let me correct that. Got cut.
Fucking better.
Got cut from there. He had an incident kind of like Brian Cushing, something I brought up to you about his attitude. He lost a helmet playing the Titans, and he as flags were thrown, everything was in the football mentality. He continued to go after the returner and special teams and just drilled him out of bounds.
With the helmet off?
Yes. Got cut from the Texans for that. Ended up getting picked back up by the Eagles, which when I was watching this documentary, I believe it was still true. He just was second
he still
stringer.
active?
He was a second stringer.
It's not Connor Barwin, is it?
No. And it wasn't like Hendricks or someone. I'm trying to think. It wasn't Nigel like Bradham or no one like that. It's a white guy. But anyway, I only brought it up because he was raising his kid, and he actually had his kid at the trouble starts of Louisville.
Really?
For him. So yeah, so
that's
not always true, Chris. That's not always true. That's all I was gonna say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah. That's all. But have a good day, buddy. I'm
that
glad
was
you're doing
a good
safe and whatnot.
Thanks,
there. I hope I wish you the best and whatnot with what's
Yeah,
going
you got
on.
a kid. Are you raising it?
Yep.
Are you fucking raising it?
I'm sure he's doing
You
this.
better be. I'll come over there and I'll shit all over your fucking kid.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Shots fired, buddy. Raise your kid or I'll shit on it. Imagine that bumper sticker. The Joe Show. Raise your kids or we'll shit on them.
Bad liner. Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh,
Go ahead
man.
and finish touching on these notes here. Like I said, we shared. I got a few points.
Few key points.
Yeah, you got it.
He was talking about sleeper teams that might make the playoffs that didn't make it this year. Miami Dolphins. Bam. I'm gonna tell you why. They have a rotation on the D line that's very healthy, except for the fact that William Hayes just went down. But fuck him. He doesn't even believe dinosaurs existed. If you don't believe dinosaurs existed, fuck you. All right. But he believes that mermaids do. Okay. But he's a fucking high priced fucking like $5 million defensive end, possibly more. He's really good. He came from LA. Now he's fishing for mermaids in Miami. And good, he got hurt. I couldn't believe they fucking got that guy. But they also got Robert Quinn, who came from LA as well. Great defensive end. Still have Charles Harris. They got just a plethora of defensive tackles with Gacho and Vincent Taylor, Jordan Phillips, who's coming on an expiring contract. So, a guy's on their expiring contract. If they look to renew, they want to play. Even if they don't want to stay in that town, they're going to play their balls off so they can get what they deserve, especially with the defensive tackle position starting to be one of the most highest paid fucking positions in the NFL due to that Ndamukong Suh contract a couple years ago. So I think the Dolphins, man, they've addressed some holes in the secondary. People were worried about the running back situation. They still got fucking Kenyon Drake, who performed very well for us last year, and they got Frank Gore, the old fossil, who's going to retire where he started. He started at Miami University, and they don't really have any holes in their offensive line. They filled that center with David Kilgore or whatever his name is, and they drafted a tight end who's good. He's out of Penn State, and they drafted a blocking tight end. So they got two tight ends that are at the rookie position, but they're both like 6'5", 6'6", and they can get the job done there. And they got great receivers. I mean, say what you want about Amendola. Maybe he only shows up in the playoffs, but I mean, what did he have last year in the playoffs? He had like 800 yards total in the fucking playoffs.
No, he went off as usual.
If he gets motivated, and Adam Gase is more of an up your ass coach.
Like you said, Belichick likes to take them white guys and put some black in them or something. Dude, I don't know what's up with that.
But if Adam Gase can light a fire under his ass, where Belichick is more of that conservative stand back, you know what I mean, kind of thing. They'll learn from their own mistakes. If they can light a fire under his ass, and then you got Kenny Stills, who's a deep threat, and then Devontae Parker, who's just turning into they say a slower Alshon Jeffrey, but he's good. He can get that jump ball at 6'3". He's a big target, big body. He's got to work on some footing. And Ryan Tannehill, it's all about him. The season rests on his shoulders, I feel. So I think the Dolphins are a sleeper. They made it fucking 2 years ago. They just had a slump because they fucking signed Jay goddamn Cutler as their quarterback. No one's going anywhere with that.
Nope.
And so with Tannehill coming back and then patching up the holes in the offensive line and defensive line. What's up, Teresa? I think the Dolphins might be a sleeper. Not just saying it because I'm biased and I love them, but
let's talk about we touched on Brandon LaFell. Let's talk about the Bengals. They got
why do you say Bengals like that?
Just listen.
The Bengals.
Oh, I don't know. John Ross is coming back here. He was a rookie last year, fastest combine 40 last year. Wasn't even able to perform. the Bengals still decided to keep him, as far as I can tell, simply because of his speed. I mean, he didn't get to do too much training camp besides this year as far as, like, last year. His activities went as far as the team and whatnot goes. He didn't get to do too whole of a lot or show anyone anything. So we're looking for something. This is basically his rookie debut coming out this year. I mean, him paired with A.J. Green coming out off Andy Dalton's arm. I'm really pumped for that, man. If they can get a duo going on, I think they're going to put up some more numbers. I don't see why that duo with Andy Dalton thrown to them would not.
About a double coverage on A.J. Green.
Right, so that's going to leave John Ross wide open.
Sure.
And one more thing I wanted to touch on. Richard Sherman and Marquise Goodwin. He's over at the 49ers now. Richard Sherman is slowing down in his old age and whatnot there. He's finally coming down from what I believe. Marquise was just too much for him. We can't expect Richard Sherman, if he can't cover his own guys on his own team, to face someone like the Bengals, a John Ross, who's a much faster footwork guy, to cover other teams' all-star receivers or even rookies like themselves, like John Ross.
They're going to be keeping him. All he was and all he's ever been, Richard Sherman, is a glorified cover 3 corner.
I agree with that.
So now with him getting older, he's going to be a glorified cover 2 corner because he won't be able to keep up with that deep ball. So watch him. Let me take a quick shower. We're going to be wrapped up after that, Corey. Oh, he's not even listening. We'll be finished by then.
What do you want?
He's like, I just got home. Let me take a quick shower. Our other analysis just got home and he wants to take a shower, but fuck that. We're already at the 40-minute mark. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was fun. It's been real.
Oh, bye.
So
old age as far as NFL vets. I know I had some notes and Corey had some notes. Touch on what he had there, and I'll go off of that. I had some different statistics.
God damn it, this bitch from eBay.
Go ahead and talk about that real quick while you load up the notes. That'll grab some people's attention. That was ridiculous. All over, what is it, $3.50 less on shipping?
Yeah. She's like, right, but it's combined shipping. That's not how it works. It comes together in one envelope. Bitch, I didn't make the goddamn invoice. All right? This bitch is buying 2 things from me. She's wondering why she's got to pay double the shipping. It's normally $3.50 per video game. Because you're buying 2 of them, and they're not coming in the same envelope. That's not how it works. I have to print up 2 fucking things, I believe. I don't know. I hate eBay. I'm getting sick of it. Could I use the money? Sure. But it's just not worth it anymore. But it's only $28 grand total with shipping. She can fuck right off. But hopefully she doesn't watch this show. No one watches this show. What am I talking about? But
no one that we don't tell to, at least.
Yeah. But he touched on
Brady and his age, I believe, right?
Yeah.
That was something that really grabbed my attention there.
He's 41. Turns 41 today, actually. Last year of being productive, is in his notes.
As much as I hate the Patriots and Tom Brady, I'm going to have to completely disagree with that. Yeah, because looking at the stats here, 2 years ago, he had a lower season than normal with only 3,500 yards compared to his normal 4K plus a season at least. That was almost a 700-yard drop-off compared to what he's used to with 18 less touchdowns thrown. So that was 2 years ago. Last year, he performed absolutely well. 5th best rated QB from what I'm seeing here last year. Tom Brady was. Jumped back up to his normal 4,600 standards. Bunch of touchdowns here. He threw for 32 last year.
It's upset.
So, no, as much as I would love to see Brady just be gone, because, in my opinion, records are meant to be set and broken in the future. You did what you did. You left a legacy. Just go, dude. It's your time. It's your time to go.
I know, but I'm going to miss hating him. I'm going to miss fucking hating Tom Brady.
I think everybody will, because then what do you have left? What do you have left? Belichick? You can't hate a good coach just because he makes good players. Come on now.
And he'll probably go with Tom Brady.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and Gronk with
but
that.
Who we gonna? And I
left?
hate Gronk. I hate his fucking face.
Yeah, I just don't like Gronk's attitude after that hit on Tre'Davious White and the beast that Tre'Davious White is last year. That was ridiculous in that game.
Where's the CZ Top coming from?
You hear that too? Hold on.
Is it coming out?
Right out at the intersection.
Some fucker on a motorcycle. God damn it. Goddamn bike night.
Where's that South Park animation again? Jesus Christ. But no, comparing him to people like Favre,
You got his notes in front of you?
I don't have his notes. I got my own stats here from Favre. I looked up on
Well, he was wondering
ESPN.com.
notable players past 40 who maybe overstayed their welcome. Vinny Testaverde. I mean, that dude overstayed his welcome after his rookie year. Warren Moon.
He was a good athlete, but I think he still definitely overstayed a little bit.
Jerry Rice.
I'm going to have to disagree with that one.
I can't
looked at
believe
the
how
stats.
long he lasted, dude. Fucking as a wide receiver. What's up, TJ? Thanks for joining. I can't believe Jerry Rice made it to 42 being a skills position guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking nuts.
Hey, you just relax. Between my workouts and everything, if I get the chance, I'm never leaving the
You're
NFL.
going to make it to
if I get
60?
in there. Yeah. I'll be in there, you know.
And Favre at 41. I thought he was older than
Favre
that.
was
God
something
damn.
that I looked at. The last season that he had in 2010, he dropped dramatically from a 4,300 almost yard standpoint. The year before in 2009, 2010 dropped all the way down to 2,500 yards with just 11 thrown touchdowns. The year before he had 38.
God damn.
Yeah, so no, Favre definitely was a flop that next season. I think he knew it was his time to go. You know, so did everybody else. That's why he retired. Tom Brady, on the fact he's still putting up numbers. He's still projecting out.
Sure.
You know, the Patriots fans especially obviously are loving the guy. You know, Bill Belichick's loving the fact he's got a good conductor for the offense. You know, the chemistry between him and Gronk. I mean, you can line Gronk up outside and throw a loft ball. It's stupid.
This is a good thing. I just got an alert to my phone that said, make football violent again. That fucking
With
helmet
the fucking
rule.
not only did you
That
see
helmet-
that pissed me off so
Dude,
much,
he didn't
dude.
even... Helmet to helmet, I understand.
Yes.
But, I mean...
But with leading into a shoulder, and the other thing was he didn't even fucking lead with the
fact
crown
that
of his helmet. It was
the
the face
dude
mask.
was in the air, too.
Yes.
Like, what do you want him to do?
He wasn't,
Like,
and he
whoops?
wasn't even defenseless really, because the
Yeah.
receiver was totally looking at him like he knew he was about to get hit.
I'm talking about the touchdown one where the two Bears...
Okay, yes.
And the guy had to jump and tackle him. Where do you expect his fucking head to go? Up his own ass? Like,
Yeah.
He's got to make the fucking hit.
Even he looked and he was
The
like
rules
so
are just,
questioning.
The rule change is just fucking... Dude, fucking... What's his nuts? Roger Goodell, he needs to go. If I could
Ridiculous.
kill one person...
It's like fucking
It would be
patty cake
Roger
football
Goodell.
now, I swear to God. And youth and even
probably-
high school and college levels,
probably
obviously,
Adam
Joe,
Levine.
nowadays are no different. They're no different whatsoever because, like I touched on last night with you, I've already played the game for 11 years myself. Since I started playing, my first 2 to 4 years, you could go out and absolutely kill each other. Football was
Yeah.
running at each other, 15 to 19 miles an hour at each other, depending on how fast you can
That's
run.
pretty
and
fucking fast.
cracking kids. Now I am not even allowed to protect my quarterback if my mesh route concept fails and I come around for a lead block to try to save my quarterback
What's
running
a
in the
mesh
end zone.
route?
So mesh route's going to be 2 yards underneath or 4 yards over top. Basically, it's like your little unders. Your under routes, dropped right over top of the D tackles underneath the linebackers.
So is that like... It's kind of a route, but you're blocking?
Yeah, you can
They
block
used to
off
call
of it.
that
What
rub.
we did,
Is that the same
little
thing as a rub?
different, little different. You kind of don't want to engage contact, but if you're engaged, fight it off quickly.
Okay.
Very quickly. Like you don't want to maintain, it's a 1-2 step kind of thing and go.
Okay.
Basically. I used to run it a lot. The only reason I brought that up was because I ran one once. We were playing our division rival at the time. We were ranked like last or whatever for high school football. Wilson was, as always.
Usual.
Right. We were playing Akron. They came down to us.
We were playing Akron.
Right. I ran my mesh route, which was the 4, and I had Kitchell running the 2 underneath me, and the whole concept fell apart. They like blitzed into it. The DBs came down and crashed our routes. Like it was just not there. Justin Dahl, who now plays for University of Rochester, I believe, second string. Shout out to Justin if for some reason you're listening.
Congratulations,
Yeah, congratulations
my man.
to you, brother. I'm glad that you did something with that. That's awesome.
Sometimes it pays to be the coach's son, God damn it.
Yeah, he rolls out, and he knew I had enough awareness, and I was looking at him. I was looking out for my quarterback. I had an outside linebacker that ran, a 4.4 40 already in high school, chasing my QB, and I straight decked this kid last year, and I'm not even shitting you, Joe. I had yellow flags. I had a ref throw his hat. I had one ref take a shoe off because he had no flags.
I had one ref take a shit.
There was
You couldn't even believe-
there was literally like 7 flags thrown that weren't even flags all, and they were telling me I was hitting a defenseless player. It was unsportsmanlike.
player.
I said, "What are you talking about? He's chasing my quarterback. He's 4.5 feet
Rich
away.
Stewart,
You
Chris
know what
Gang,
I'm
thank
saying?
you
He's
for
about
joining.
to sack my QB, and
Right.
I'm the reason that we scored, and then you're gonna call it back simply because I laid a hit. Come on." That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
dude,
it wasn't dirty. I mean, we watched film for hours on that one
Dude.
play. Like, it was nowhere near dirty. I'll pull it up next time. It was
you might
stupid.
not have seen it. I would love to see it if you have it on. If you have it, but,
Yeah, no, I'll end up showing it to you.
do you have film of your? Do you got some?
Not on my
film?
phone right now, but, next show or something, next
Cool.
time I'm on, definitely I could share something.
Cool, that'd be
100%.
awesome. Did you see that one dude? I think it was the Ravens on the Bears. He actually slammed the motherfucker.
Yeah,
dude,
that was insane.
And they flagged. It's like, come on, let him do something. Like, that was a body to body hit. Like fucking football is just getting so pussy.
That's why there's
pussified.
pads to begin with.
Exactly. In the kickoff now, you can't go to a running start. You got to start from a
Yeah,
standstill.
did you seen that too? That caught me off guard. That's ridiculous.
Dude,
What is it? Do they have to stay in that positioning until the kicker now kicks too?
yeah.
Oh my
Till
god!
the
They can't
actual-
even get a lead up
Yeah.
anymore. Wow.
Till the kick
That's
actually
something.
kicks off, then they can start running. And 10-1, it's going to go out of bounds anyway. It's like they're just trying to get rid of the kickoff altogether, and they tried the same thing with the extra point. I got to admit, at first I didn't like them moving it back. Now I don't really mind it. It's pretty cool.
It's not really too much bad for your general kickers anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, make football violent again. That's a good campaign.
With the whole age thing, I want to talk about T.O. inducted into the Hall of Fame last night. What do you think about that?
Oh, he deserved it all the way.
Glad to hear.
He may have been
Glad
an
to hear it.
asshole, but I mean that doesn't stop you from getting in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, what highlight or what action of his makes you think?
He's an asshole.
Come
He's an off the
on.
field
Don't
asshole.
even tell me you're going to
Coming
talk
from
about
the guy in the Ray Rice
Don't even tell
jersey.
me you're going to talk about the
You're-
Cowboys incident. Come on.
No, he's just a cocky motherfucker. He's like always. He came up with a statement. I love me some me. You know what I mean? Like he's just always into himself.
Come on, he's into the game. The
he's into
system
himself.
needs that. The
He's
system
into
needs that.
himself. No, they don't. They need sportsmanship.
They don't all need sportsmanship. If you don't have those bad guys, then what's sportsmanship going to get you? Nowhere. There's never going to be a good sport.
God damn it! There's more motorcycles for fucking bike night.
I know, it's fucking ridiculous. Bike Nikes and Wilson, wrong town. Get going.
That's right. You get out of our town.
Jesus Christ.
No, he's just cocky. That's all there is to it. But that
No,
doesn't
he
mean,
was cocky, but he was a great
And a lot of
athlete.
people don't know. That's true. A lot of people don't know. Do you know where he ended his career?
It wasn't the Bills. Where was it after that?
Seattle. He didn't make
yes.
it.
I actually have that right here. Like I said, I pulled
Yeah, he
up.
tried out in preseason, didn't make it.
Yeah.
I believe he
got
played.
that
Didn't he
right.
play indoor too?
Yes, and his last actual season in the NFL was with Cincinnati. Like
Okay.
his last actual played season was with Cincinnati,
Really?
but he
Okay.
did try out with the Seahawks, like you said.
Oh, I didn't know
whatnot
he made
afterwards.
it to Cincinnati.
Yeah, he played for
Did he play indoor or USFL at all? Was that him?
USFL.
Did he? What
USFL.
team? Was it Lincoln or who was it?
It doesn't say here. Yeah, I have no reminiscence of that whatsoever
That's
here
all
on
right.
his career. But yeah, as far as he's played for multiple teams too. Like he was all over the
Journeyman.
place. He played under some great QBs. You know, he had Steve Young throwing to him, and he was actually on the interviews.
Johnny Solado. What's
He
up,
was
man?
the only QB out of Tony Romo, who, by the way, Terrell Owens was his Tony Romo's number one fan. Like they had a strong brotherhood. He himself would not even interview. Back on T.O.'s career, he would not agree to that interview. The only QB that did was Steve Young, which was the first quarterback to ever throw to him, because he said he got to see what he was like in the beginning and all the way
Right.
throughout his career.
My ex-girlfriend had a Tony Romo upper face.
Romo the homo.
Like, right here, she looked just like Tony Romo. Every time we banged, it was like fucking overrated quarterback. I swear to God, dude. It was nuts.
Is that what you thought of that whole time?
And the
Joe, or-
whole time.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
So
I
then
feel terrible.
I'd always look down.
But no, I wanted to touch on T.O. As old as he was, I can't remember what it was. I know that
What's up,
he was
Johnny?
second and third for something. I think he was third for touchdowns and second of all-time yards. He actually passed. Let's look at it here. I got the stats pulled
We
up.
talking T.O. still?
Yes. Yeah, he passed Randy Moss for total yards in a
What
career.
the fuck?
He passed
Son
Randy
of-
Moss for fucking total yards in a career by only 700, but still, he
That's
passed
still
Randy Moss of all
Only
people. here.
700.
You know, he had more receptions, more targets than Randy Moss.
Alexandra,
he,
call in with the fucking story about
he
Ray's legs.
averaged almost a yard less than Randy per carry, but he also had in less seasons than Randy Moss by 2. He was only shy of Randy's touchdowns by 3. So that's something to really look at, because if he would have had 3 more seasons, we all know he would have scored many more than 2 touchdowns in 3 seasons. I mean, he was averaging almost 2 a game.
That's true.
So 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. As his famous saying was, if you want a chance to win the game, give me the ball. That's what he used to say.
That's true. But he looked like shit towards the end of his career.
No, he did. I mean, he fell off compared. Like I said, he was averaging at least anywhere from 150 to 210 yards a game from what it looks like here. 14 to 18 receptions, 1 to 3 touchdowns a game. I mean, and then it looked like 20. I want to say 2007 is when he really started just declining. 763 yards. The next season back up to 1,100. The next season back up to 1,300, and then from there it was nothing but.
How did he do when he was in Buffalo?
When he was in Buffalo, 829 yards.
Ah!
But from his stats here, one thing I can say to back him up, it looks like he may have. How long did he play for Buffalo? How many games?
I think a year. It was
how many
1 year?
games though?
I'm not sure. What's up, Adam Matthews?
Because
fucking love you.
He only actually has.
He signed like a 1 year deal for $10 million.
He only has a total of 55 receptions. I mean, if this guy was still averaging,
who was throwing
10,
to him?
10,
What year did he play?
Kelly.
No, Kelly wasn't throwing to Owens.
2009.
Jim Kelly?
Oh no, he wasn't. No,
Jim Kelly was
God,
out.
that was way up my.
Yeah,
bad.
Rob Johnson was in by 2000.
Rob Johnson.
So 2009. You said 09. He played for the Bill. All right, so that was.
I'm trying to think.
Lossman was there by then.
Was that Fitz? No, Fitz was still too.
It could have. No. It was Lossman, and who played with Lossman? Kelly Holcomb. Now we gotta look this up.
Yeah, I got you.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
My fact checking motherfucker.
But yeah, no, Terrell
What's up, Ben
Owens,
Patterson?
I mean,
Thank you for joining us.
Comparing
We're just
up there
getting
with
close
the
to
best,
wrapping this up.
with the best there, Randy Moss and Jerry Rice. That's something to be, compared to those two. Owens, Bills.
Well, fucking Ray's pussing out because he's got to go get his pizza. I wanted to hear the story about him breaking his goddamn legs.
Let's
But-
see here. I gotcha.
It's alright.
Loading up a quick little video here too alongside it just to see something here of him. See whatever.
He's currently looking up whoever played quarterback in 2009 for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, that's something I don't know.
I believe J.P. Lossman was still there. If not, it was fucking Kevin Cobb. I don't know.
Lossman.
Lossman?
Okay. Number 5?
No, that's Trent Edwards.
No, this isn't Trent Edwards throwing to him.
Number 5 was Trent Edwards.
This isn't Trent. I just missed the first letter of his name, but it was not Edwards.
It was number 5?
Yes, and it was not Edwards. I'm looking at it right here.
I don't know any other.
I'm just waiting. When I looked up the stats, it doesn't say anything about a QB throwing to him, so I'm just watching a quick little snip video here to try to see who this QB is
I'll
throwing
look
to
it
him.
up. God damn it.
I was working on it for you, at least. But yeah, I don't know. Like you said here, it's interesting because even as Bills, he doesn't have that explosive touch and that attitude that we were
all love
talking
that
about.
explosive touch.
Yeah. See, like,
Everyone
look at
just
this.
hear Trevor's fake laugh.
2
If you
receptions.
fake laugh like that again, you're never coming on the show. God damn it.
2 receptions for 27 yards. I mean, those were his stats averaging as a Bill. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was Trent Edwards, dude. Oh, Fitzpatrick was there? But I
It
don't
was
think he
Fitz.
starting.
That's who I'm looking at. It was Fitz. I just seen the jersey.
Let's see. Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I knew that this wasn't Edwards I was watching.
Yeah, Trent Edwards was starting. J.P. Lossman was second string. I don't know where the fuck Hamden was.
T.O. ran a Wildcat format for the Bills? That's something I've never seen of his
This can't be right.
career. What?
Because they still say they got Josh Reed. That is not 2009.
Josh Reed.
Yeah, remember, you're a youngin'.
I know Andre Reed, which was a wideout.
Yeah, Josh Reed was a less successful Reed.
Less successful. Not like the Ed Reed.
Yeah, it was between Fitzpatrick and Trent Edwards.
Yeah, I'm watching
Fitzpatrick didn't start until halfway through the season.
Mm-hmm.
So it started with Trent Edwards. They had a lot of promise in Trent Edwards.
Yeah, no, they did. He was a pretty good athlete himself. Whatever
then-
ended up happening to him?
He just fucking fell off. I don't know. He didn't live up to expectations, but yeah. What's up, John Thomas Tebow Jr.?
Long name.
I'm just screaming at the thing now because I'm trying to pick it up. But you want to wrap this bad boy up?
Yeah, I mean, we could do whatever you want.
All right, I'll talk about the Skinner deal real quick. If you did not know, the Buffalo Sabres got Jeff Skinner for trading away Cliff Poo. He was Asian. That's why I said it like that. It was semi-racist, but very accurate. Yeah, one of the only Asian hockey players, but he was a prospect there. He has a 50-50 shot of making it in the NHL anyway. A second-round pick for this upcoming draft, and a third and a sixth for 2020. And they got Jeff Skinner for it. He's in the end of his contract, which is worth $5.75 million. And let's see, he's 26 years old. I said he was 31 yesterday. I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking retard. Wish I was dead. But no, he will be expiring. So the Sabres, when asked if they're going to be renewing his contract, they pretty much said, "Look, the season hasn't even started yet. Let's cross that bridge when it comes." So we need a good scoring left winger. We got that now. We got fast moving guys on our top six with Connor Sheary and fucking. Oh, I never got the shocked face before. Thank you for that. But now we got Skinner, Connor Sheary.
Never seen a shocked face, Joe.
Not on this, man. Never got the face before. I never get the faces anymore. But yeah, so it's a good move. I'm sure Jeff Skinner is going to be looking for a big contract, and with Buffalo having a lot of prospects as it is that they're going to have to sign, it's going to be an iffy situation with them only having $6.5 million in cap space yet. But the cap room is looking to move up. I think they said the salary cap is going up next year. So who knows if they'll re-sign him. It's all up to – I mean, he's a 30-goal scorer. So is that worth $6 million to you? I don't know. But it depends on how he, meshes with Jack Eichel. I'm sure that's a line he's going to be playing on. He's supposed to be taking over Kane's roles and soften the hit of getting rid of Ryan O'Reilly, who I don't give a fuck about because every time he may have been good offensive, defensive style guy, a good two-way forward, but he's always falling on his ass and he was unmotivated, didn't seem like he wanted to be here. And hey, what's up, Stacey? And he's crashing into Dunkin'. No, it's Tim Hortons drunk as shit when he first got here. So, I mean, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, welcome to Buffalo. You fit right in." No, that's not good. You don't want to be crashing vehicles into buildings. That's not fucking something that we want to be celebrating.
Yeah,
goddamn it.
Buffalo pride.
I was looking up the fucking comments on the Skinner deal. And everyone's like, "God damn, why would you want to go to Buffalo when all they are fucking drunk fucking retards jumping through burning tables?" And the one guy said, "Hey, you'd start drinking at 7 a.m. too if your team sucked." As a Bills fan, it's like, don't admit it, motherfucker. And like the one guy even said that, like, dude, you're supposed to stand up for us, man. Not fucking he called them idiots. Essentially, he called himself and his team fucking idiots.
Yeah,
so.
some people just don't really realize what they're saying.
Yeah. So on that note, thank you all for joining Ball Talk. Trevor, you got anything else to say?
One last topic. I was watching some other podcasts.
Jesus
I got to touch on it. Buffalo Pride Land here. We're talking about the Sabres and the Bills. As far as prospects and upcoming drafts and upcoming futures for Buffalo sports, what do you truly think of our city and the history behind it? Do you think we're going to finally come out of our shell here as some shitty teams, or what are you expecting in the next couple years?
I mean, the Bills fucking made the playoffs last year. I mean, on a technicality, but I mean, I still think they'll do it. They got the right guys in the front office, and that's where they've always been slacking. Was the front office was always fucking stupid on both Buffalo Sabres and Buffalo Bills end.
I could agree to that.
I think we got a great following for our lacrosse team. Not many towns can say that.
Yeah, Buffalo Bandits. I actually went to a Bandits game as not like yourself. I've never played Lax, and I've never been a huge Lax fan, but I got
fun to watch.
Yeah, I got to go watch some box lacrosse, man. That was amazing. It was awesome.
A little update, end of the 6th. New York Mets 1, Atlanta Braves 2. God fucking damn it. But, yeah, no, I think Buffalo's good. You can literally put any fucking sport in Buffalo and people will follow it. We can have a Buffalo fucking women's volleyball team and people would follow it if you served beer at it. They would. There's not much to do in this town, so we would get drunk and cheer our girls to victory. But, yeah, other than that, man, you got anything else you want me to add to that, or...
No, nothing, man. I thought, we touched on everything as far as the Hall of Fame and whatnot goes.
Yeah.
Pretty pumped to see T.O., like I said, up there in the Hall of Fame. I don't know about you guys. Let Joe know what you're thinking there. Make some comments. Compared to Randy Moss and...
I like that, Trevor.
Yeah, Rice. That's really something that you guys need to take into account, man. T.O., a lot of people hated him. I mean, like Joe said, he was cocky. He was arrogant. But when you're compared to
You're
the
good,
best of
you're
your
good,
time
man.
and you got to play alongside one of the greats like Rice, I mean, what do you want?
Yep. He's got a point.
That's it.
But, yeah, he almost didn't make it in the Hall of Fame, but I'm glad he did. On that note, before we overstay our welcome like Warren Moon did, and according to Corey's notes, and Tom Brady is, we're going to sign off here. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Ray Gaffney, for updating us on your broken leg story. Maybe we'll get you on next time and you can talk about it, or Alexandra can. Yeah, for Trevor Zano, I'm Joey T. Ugh,
That was not okay. Don't ever do that again.
I won't.
This is the Joe So. We're shining off. Have a good night.
You gotta fucking stop mixing up your fucking second fucking letters. You just said Joe So.
Joe So. We're shining off.
Yeah, we're gonna go shine each other off after this.
Maybe. You never know what we're gonna do.
Oh shit! The way you said that made it sound like we're definitely gonna
Nah,
shine each other off.
no.
All right, we're gonna go shine each other off. Thank you for joining us. I love you all, and have a good weekend. Be safe. All right, good job, Trevor. I'm proud of you.
Nah, it was shit today compared to yesterday.
We're still on.